So we got here the WA-67 tube condenser microphone, which looks really pretty and shiny. And the original 67 became one of the most sought after and widely used studio microphones of its time, recording a massive collection of some of the most memorable songs of the last 50 years. We're talking about classic tracks from artists as varied as the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, The Temptations, and Nirvana. The original mics are still sought after, but they can command up to $8,000 for a pristine version of it. So this is the Warm Audio's version of that. Let's open it up. It looks very similar in size from what I can see on the package here. And let's see what it comes like inside. Okay, great. Structure manual, Warm Audio, Austin, Texas. Comes with a very pretty wood box. Open that up. I always like a nice wood box and a microphone. And there it is in there. Very shiny. Looks very glossy and high end. And we'll take that out. And even the casing is similar. Oh yeah, this is a heavy microphone, man. Like it just feels, it's definitely got some weight to it. And you can see how shiny it is. And yeah, this has got a nice, it's a beautiful looking microphone. The grill is very pretty. The body of it is very pretty. It's shiny. It makes you feel like you're going into the studio and making a cool track. So let me set this back temporarily, and then we'll go in there and set it up. Also comes with a nice big shock mount, check. Shock mount adapter, check. And its power supply. And all these Warm Audio power supplies so far have all been about the same size. It says right there WA-67, so you know it's for this particular microphone. So I will go warm this thing up in there and give it a couple minutes to warm up, and then we will hop on it and have some fun. Okay, and we got it hooked up. So, sets up straightforward, same as all the Warm Audios. Plug in your power supply, and then you route it into your, whether it be a actual hardware preamp or digital plug-in. Get that set it up, get some phantom power running through it, get it so it's not cold, and experiment with it. Again, just looking at it in the studio here under the light, let me just kind of finish setting it up a little bit. Come here, you. I loosened it. Don't turn the whole thing. Hold on. There we go. As you know, it's a heavier mic, so it's going to take a bit more finagling to get set up, and it's just because it's got weight. You got to support it and get it all set up and dialed in, and it's very much this studio feel, which I like. I have a larger room, and I feel some of the microphones are a bit, more compact, a bit more daintier. I prefer, since I have this space, to have like my go-to Townsend Labs microphone. It's a large microphone, and so is this. This is about the same physical size. It's got this beautiful chrome. I'll get you guys closer. You could take a look at it. So, just having it set up here in the studio, it's, if you were to just walk in and see this thing on the, set up for an artist to work on, they'd be very impressed. It's a good looking, handsome microphone. It's sounding good too. I'm really not intentionally working it right now. I'm kind of just talking about it, but it does sound good once I get up in the mic range and I can start really hearing it. It's got a nice large capsule in there. Let's do a read on it and see what it sounds like.
She traveled to the most dangerous places on earth to risk her life for the truth. From the producers of Sicario and Wind River, based on a true story, the greatest weapon is truth. A Private War, rated R.
So, I don't know if I can get my pop filter over here. I got a pop filter over there, and I'm like, I need to bring a pop filter over, but I'll just work it off axis for the sake. But yes, definitely need to get a pop filter in front of it so I can kind of get it even a little bit closer if I need to. That sounded really good to me. The read itself sounded really nice. It sounded just like it's ready to be hit with a little compression and thrown out, broadcast. Everything about this microphone so far is consistent of what I expected from Warm Audio products. So far, everything that I have tried from them, I have liked. This compared to the other models is probably the one I would go with, just because it's kind of the best of both worlds, or I'm hearing the WA-47 was a much bigger kind of handled bass really well, and it was a nice big studio quality microphone. And then the C8000 was a nice bright hypey microphone that I expected from them. And I feel like this Warm Audio is kind of the 67 here is kind of the middle ground between those two. This is something that I think, having listened to both of those, this could be something that is reflective of something has a lot of utility. You could do a lot with this, from video games to commercials to trailers to where the other microphones they may have more specialty to the voice type that would, get one of those microphones. I think if you're looking for something that's kind of right in the middle ground, if you kind of have a mid-range voice like I do, this is something that can make you sound a little bit, really accentuate the dip into the lows and dip into the highs. It plays a very nice mid-range, which is what I have, and which is why I think I'm so attracted to this particular model. Let me do another read. Let's do something commercial-oriented. I'm just kind of rattling off the top of my brain, like what I'm hearing and how it's making me feel, right? There's no script to this. We're just doing it. Okay. We did a drama. Let's do something that is a bit brighter. Okay.
Watch the official trailer for Disney's Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. See the film in theaters this Thanksgiving.
So I thought that was really nice. It had a lot of nice bright crunch. And the self-noise in this is almost non-existent. Like, I'm not hearing any sort of electrical hums, or all I can hear is like what's going on in the studio. And even outside of the studio. It's because it's so sensitive right now. But yes, very, very well-built microphone. I'm not sure the exact price point on this. I'm going to have to look, and I'll probably put it in the comments. So we'll find out, because the original one was $7,000. If you just look up this microphone that it's modeled after online, it's $7,000. Okay, let's do something that's kind of really warm.
Discover an underwater wonderland few have ever seen. Make a splash with Disney Nature's Dolphins, Earth Day 2018. Yeah, so if you get right here, you can find this really intimate, warm sound.
It just sounds fantastic. I'm a big fan. You kind of in the first, when you first hop on it, probably in that first 30 seconds, you kind of know if that microphone is for you or not. Does it inspire you to want to be on it more? Does it inspire you to want to have this microphone on and practice, right? Is there something about the sound that provides you confidence or an ego boost, or, just maybe you just like the way it looks and that's enough to motivate you, or maybe you like, wow, I sound really great on this. I want to spend more time on it. Then you're going to get more mic hours and you're going to become a better actress. It's just going to, you need to have something that's going to inspire you. And bless the 416, Sennheiser 416, but it's not a very pretty microphone. It's not something like, wow, this microphone really inspires me. It's so gorgeous to be behind. It's more of a utility tool. And yes, it does sound great, and yes, you can run a whole career with it. Nothing wrong with that. But it is awesome to have really cool looking, good sounding microphones if you're in a position to do it. Again, I'm in probably a 12 by 12 booth. So to me, having a large microphone like this, big microphone, is not intimidating because there's so much space. If you were in a 4x4 booth, you would probably need to EQ the bass roll off a little bit, unless you have some nice bass trap set up. Not a big deal. You can easily do it with EQ. And if you kind of had it would be, I don't know, maybe somewhat difficult to put this in the middle of your booth and like rock it on a daily basis. It's possible, but maybe you should get something a bit larger, maybe a 6x6 booth or a 5x5 booth or a converted room or something like that. Okay, enough of my tangents. Let's do a critic spot. Let's just kind of pressing the microphone pretty hard here.
Critics say Baby Driver is the coolest damn movie you've ever seen. A blast. 5 stars. The most stylish film of the year. A jaw-shattering spectacle. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Baby Driver.
I think I was a bit off axis.
Critics say Baby Driver is the coolest damn movie you've ever seen.
Yeah, kind of right there, right at it. Again, I don't have a pop filter, so I'm afraid of getting too close to the thing. But yeah, that sounds really nice. Nice, strong, solid mid-range punch, high, mid-high punch with enough bass to carry it. That would cut in a mix very nicely. Let's do something. We can do something very soft and whispery.
From producer James Wan and the director of Lights Out. On August 11th, nothing can prepare you. Nothing can prepare you for the next chapter in the Conjuring universe. Annabelle Creation. Rated PG-13.
Yeah, you can kind of dive down in there into a nice lower end and see how it resonates. I'm interested to hear that back out of the speakers. Okay, so overall, I'm a fan of the microphone. And as soon as I opened it, as soon as I laid eyes on it, I'm a fan of all of these products. It's big, it's shiny, it's beautiful, it sounds gorgeous, and it just really impresses. And, this may not be a beginner's microphone. You just need space to use it, maybe. Depends. But if you're ready to go for your second microphone, I'm saying it can be your starter microphone. But usually people buy a $100 microphone, $200 microphone, $300 microphone. You just need something that can record you and get working. But if you're ready to kind of invest in yourself and maybe take that next step forward, and you want something and you have the space and the mindset to use a big gorgeous microphone like this, hands down, I'm having a great experience with it. I really, really like it. It's practical. I would probably actually maybe. No, I was going to say maybe I could flip it and hang it upside down and just present it differently. But usually the way I work it is I kind of just stand at an angle and read my script right there. So it's really not that much of an issue. And for what it is, I think its size and stature is appropriate. And I just happen to be talking so much about the physicality of it, the actual presence of it, because it's so cool looking, because they did such a nice job adding the chrome and the logo and everything that it just makes you want to just stare at it. I'm just staring at it. It's like, looking at a nice, freshly washed sports car or something, right? You're just like, wow, that's a good looking car. Let me just try something very, very, very conversational, a quick little commercial on it, because I don't think we captured that commercial sound. Or even just me talking. I think we did that one last time. Let me grab... do something corporate. Retail is changing, and we're leading the charge. We're shaping the future by investing more in tech, our communities, and our greatest asset, our people. With state-of-the-art technology and world-class training, we've taken the in-store experience to another level. And we didn't stop there. Yeah, that sounds great too. E-learning, all your corporate stuff. I mean, it's very conversational, easy to listen to sound you can get on this. So cool. I'm interested to hear it out of the monitor speakers. After I record these, I always go back and I listen out of the monitors. Getting a phone call there. And then, just as here, because I can, it's hearing the waves hit you, your full body is different than hearing it just in your ears. But overall, great experience. And I want to thank Zounds for sending me the microphone.
This microphone This microphone review is brought to you in part by Zounds.
Thanks for sending it over, guys. And let's get into this microphone review right now.